They said his mind was a wildfire, and his mouth could turn a courtroom into a crater. In a place built to erase men, he learned how to write them back into daylight. Say it clean, Frank Amodeo. Paper turns to power, power turns to prison, and prison turns a pencil into a weapon.
Frank Amodeo, suit too sharp, eyes too bright, numbers on the page like a city at night. Bankruptcy files, high-rise dreams, fast talk flair. A man with a plan and a storm in his stare. He paced like a metronome, brilliant then gone, building whole empires before morning was on. He didn't just bend rules, he redrew the map till the walls closed in with the jaws of a trap. He sold stability with a hurricane grin, made panic feel safe when you stood next to him. Contracts like castles, signatures ain't confidence so loud it drowned out what you think. A king in a lobby, polite and severe, like the future was his and the present was fear.
And somewhere in the paper trails, where money learns to hide, the same hand that signed the miracles left fingerprints behind. They called him emperor, they called him mad, a genius with a halo and poison in the pad. 1 minute you're a legend, next minute you're a case, and the steel door doesn't care about your name or your face. But in the darkest unit where the time moves slow, he learned a different currency, how to let men go.
Federal eyes on him, quiet, patient, cold. Questions in the hallway, stories retold. Payroll, taxes missing, the math didn't sing in the system. Don't forgive that kind of thing, not a smash and grab. Surgical cleaner, machine with no sirens and a corporate sheen. Wire by wire, account by account. A ladder built silent up the side of an amount. Then courtroom air went deadbolt still. A judge with a voice like a granite drill, and a number drop like a seal in a stone. 270 months, 22 and a half on loan. Then restitution reads slow like a curse that's true. 181 million due. 270 months, 181 million. Feel that weight in your ribs when the bass starts drilling. Coleman air, hot breath, razor wire sky. New fish walking like they don't know why. At first he was medicated, lost in the fog, talking world domination like a half-sleep dog. Emperor of the world, tearing empire in mind, like fate owed him crowns by design. They laughed in the yard, they pointed in line. Look at the emperor, thinks he's divine, but time sharpens edges, turns noise into craft. And he found law in the cracks of the staff. A pencil became a crowbar in his hand, cause paper is power in a no man's land. Emotion becomes a lifeline when you can't buy help. A page becomes doorway when you got nothing else.
They called him emperor, they called him mad, a genius with a halo and poison in the pad. 1 minute you're a legend, next minute you're a case, and the steel door doesn't care about your name or your face. But in the darkest unit where the time moves slow, he learned a different currency, how to let men go.
He'd sit with the forgotten bad pleas, junk signs, paperwork, murders dressed up as compliance. Tell me your timeline, show me your charge. He carve out hope from a system too large. Writs and appeals, exhibits dates, hammering language through locked iron gates. Guys with no money, no voice, no pull. Found one man who'd fight like the law was still true. He'd circle one sentence and crack it in half. Found where the truth got buried under procedural math. Not every case wins, nah, nothing that clean, but sometimes the door opens where a wall had been, and people argued who he really was. Charm and control, mercy and claws, half messiah, half man on a wire. Walk in delusion next to discipline fire. In prison you learn quick the mask is thin. You are what you do when the lights grow dim.
So what is a villain when he's helping the weak? What is the truth when it's hard to speak? He wasn't clean, he wasn't pure, but he held a door open in a place with no cure. And every time the court said denied, he came back again, like tide after tide.
Years rolled on, home confinement, silent chain, still under the bureau, still under the name. Then ink came down like a quiet key turn. Confinement unwound, but consequence burned. Supervised release still follows his road, and that restitution mountain still lives in the code.
They